Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I thought I would get an early weekly or early Monday morning update. I'll try and get a couple of these out this week as well. We're very busy at the moment, but I wanted to start with just trades so you're clear on the updates. So I've got my long on silver at the moment. That's been fairly static for a chunk of last week. So you can see we're just coming in here to trading starting on Monday. So yeah, fairly static, but I'm long here on silver and I'm looking for a retest of these highs. And then I've still got my Singapore dollar trade here. But you can see that the move down against that trend, because we came into the resistance up here, you can see there's the stop at break even. The original stop was above the high. We've come down, and at the moment we're still maintaining on this smaller move, lower lows and lower highs. You can see them there, lower high there, lower high there. So for me, looking to see if we get a retest of these lows, and then my target is slightly lower. The only thing I've got to bear in mind, if we look at that chart on a look at that market on this chart here, you can see we could have a test of the 50, which could react. So the daily 50 is above those previous lows because of the time in it. But sticking to the plan on this one, and we will see what happens there. Okay, let's go and have a look at main indices. Let's see what's going on. So we had a slight move down on the S&P, and as you see, we've been tracking this. So we had a test. I'll go all the way up to the monthly, and as I've said before, if you've been watching these videos, you'll know that we're tracking this move in comparison to what happened in 2008. So tested that monthly 50, and we've got a couple of days left. So this could be a positive close, which would give us about a 50% retracement. Now, what you'll notice, if I go to the weekly, we've had a few positive weeks here. We got that reaction last week, and at the moment, we're coming into the last week of the month, and you can see we're slightly positive. So for me, short term, if we get a retest of these highs, then we're moving out of the 50% zone. I'll just draw this in so you can see it. This on the S&P, we're moving out the 50% zone, then you've got the 61.8. And if we start pushing up, then I'll be looking at the weekly chart and looking at the moving averages on the weekly, because they're positioned quite interestingly here. You can see the previous highs of 2019. We broke through those. We've come down. We've tested a support, gone lower, come up, and you'll see that just below those highs, we've got the weekly 50 and the weekly 21. So I'll be looking in at that zone. So that is slightly higher than the monthly 21, but if we push past that monthly 21, I'll be looking there. And then if they get taken out, I'll be more confident about a move back up. But obviously, we're still yet to see the full economic impact of what happens. But this is an example of where the market's reaction is not always correlated with what is going on right now, because things aren't good, but things are far from good. And what we're seeing is devastating death tolls, and we know the impact on the economy isn't going to be good. It's awful. But the market at the moment is, on the short term over the last couple of weeks, is not really representing that. We had the drama of the move down, the recovery, and now we're in this indecisive mode. And it might simply be because until the full effects of what happened, we didn't see the market come down. But the thing to remember here is you're not always going to see the market correlate with what is going on in the economy. At the moment, we're sitting quite tight. And if we take those out, we could push up higher. So watch that and track that, because we're in, as I keep saying, we're in this pocket, and you can see that if I show you the DAX. I'll show you the DAX. You can see same thing, slightly different price action, but we're in this pocket. We're in this area of indecision. If we go and look at the FTSE, similar scenario, not as great a recovery, but same idea. We're in this pocket. We've had a pull back up. We had the move down, the reaction, the pull back up, and now we're sitting in this little gap. So that uncertainty is reflected in the market, but we'll see if further bad economic news drives the price down. Okay, so that's there. Obviously, I'm long silver at the moment. And silver again in a similar pocket, but the strategy setup was slightly different. So this is why I've not just jumped in on silver because I think it's going to go up. Unlike the indices, this actually set up as one of our swing strategies, so I'm in that. So again, if those highs get taken out, we get up to those highs, that's my first profit target, and then we've got room up to the weekly 21 and weekly 50, which would be my secondary target on that one, and I'll talk about that a bit more into this morning's room session. Oil, so on my chart you can't see it, but there is a support from the main spot price of oil down here, but again, not really going anywhere there. I'm going to draw your attention to the major currency pairs because they're still very tight. Nothing has changed here for euro with me. I want a break of these lows, and then I would look for a reversal trade down at the 2016 lows, which you can see are drawn in here from the higher time frame on the monthly chart just there. So I would look for that. But again, euro very, very indecisive here, really not tracking. There'd be a few opportunities for day traders in here, but the last few days you can see the range is very small there. If we go and have a quick look at the pound against the US dollar, pull that up. Again, similar thing here where we've retraced and we're sitting in that pocket. I would be looking for I'll be looking for a break of these highs, and some of our guys, if they got that, would be looking at small with the trend trades up to either these highs or these highs. Personally, for me, my reversal would be down at a retest of these lows, or it would have to be moving up towards this monthly trend line that's all the way up here. So I'd be looking all the way up here, possibly these highs for a trade. So at the moment, again, sat in the middle. So what this is meaning for us from a swing trading point of view is we're not overrun with opportunities. We do have a few trades, and I'm going to go through those in another video, and I will go through those in the room today. But at the moment, we don't have a huge amount, but we are ticking over at the moment. We have our oil trade coming up. So we do have our oil trade coming up at the end of the first trading day. So there is still a bit going on. So I hope you are all well. I hope your families are well, and I hope you are managing with lockdown. It's been a while now, and obviously the thoughts now are going to when and how are we going to come out of this. But regardless of that, please stay safe, and I will update you again on Wednesday.